Good evening, fourth grade. Today we're going to do lines and angles. Okay, we're going to be discussing types of lines. And before we get into the lines part, let's look at the first thing that we're going to discuss. It's a point. A point can be anything that's on a line, and it's simply just a dot. And it usually has associated to a letter to it, point A or point D. Any letter that can be found on a line segment would be called a point. First thing that we have here is a line. A line has two arrows, one arrow at each of the end. And the arrow symbolizes that this line goes on and on forever and doesn't stop, goes on for infinity. Then underneath it, you have what they call a line segment. And a line segment has the 2 points at the end because that signifies that it stops. A line segment is part of a line. So it looks like, for example, here is my line, very messy, not a straight line, and that line goes on and on forever because of those arrows. So a line segment is a part of this line. Right here would be considered a line segment. Then, over here on the bottom, we have perpendicular lines. And perpendicular lines are intersecting lines, but they're special. And why they're special is because they form right angles inside of those perpendicular lines. A right angle, remember, is 90 degrees. It's that formation of that L. And that L can go in different directions. It's perpendicular lines. They're intersecting lines, but they form 90-degree angles. And what we have over here are intersecting lines. And intersecting lines are just like perpendicular, but they don't form right angles. If you look inside these lines, you'll see right here, that's an obtuse angle. That's really big. And then on this side over here are acute angles. Here's another obtuse, and then there's another acute. On the top of those intersecting lines, you have another special thing called parallel lines. And these lines constantly go in both directions, but they never touch. They never intersect. Then, on top of this, we have an array. An array has a vertex, and then has a line, and it has an arrow. This arrow symbolizes that it only goes in one direction forever, whereas a line goes in both directions forever. This only goes in one direction. But just like it's how right now it's going to the right, we can make it go to the left. Here is my endpoint, there is my line, and there is my arrow. So it can go to the right or the left. And what's special about rays is that rays, there is one and then there's two. And when we connect them by one vertex, we're forming an angle. And that's what we're going to get into next. So just like we've said in the classroom, there's different types of angles. And we are going to see 4 types of angles. Right here, we've got an acute angle. An acute angle is anything from 0 to 89 degrees. And just like I've said to you, acute means that it's so cute. It's very tiny. It's a small angle. Over here, we're forming like this special L. An L is a right angle which is always equal to 90 degrees. So if I draw this, if we turn this angle, it would look like this because it has that 90-degree angle in it. It's an L. Then on the next one, we've got an obtuse angle, and this is anything from 91 degrees to 179. This is very big. Let's think, like the antlers on a moose, big angles, obtuse. Moose, obtuse, very big. Then, on this side is a straight angle, and a straight angle always has a measure of 180 degrees. Because if we continued this, moving this all the way around, 180 plus another 180 would be 360 degrees. And there's 360 degrees in a complete circle. So these are our 4 lines. We want to review again. We've got an acute angle, which means cute, very small, from 0 to 89. And we have a 90-degree angle, which is a right angle. It always makes that L. but we can turn it. See how this looks like more like a V, but still an L, it's just turned. And I want you to think, a corner, stair steps, or anything that is a perfect square, that is 90 degrees. Then obtuse is very big, anything from 91 to 179. Think the antlers on a moose. It's a goose. Moose, big angles, obtuse. And we have a straight angle, always equal 180 degrees. Think straight. All right, you could rewind this video and practice more if you wanted to review the types of lines, the point, and angles. If you're ready to go, could continue on and let's review. What are these kind of lines called? That has the point and then the arrow going in a different direction. And what are these two lines called? Very special name. What is it? And the next one, what kind of line is this called? What's the name of this type of two lines? Here's another one. What's this called? Type of lines. And another one. What do you think this kind of line is called? Now we're getting back into the angles. We got two rays connected by a vertex, and this one is special. What kind of angle is this called? The next angle, what would you call this type of angle? And this one, what kind of angle would you call this one? And our last one, what would you call this type of angle? Okay, guys, you deserve a golden star. Nice job today. Good job. Woo! You definitely earned the golden star with lines and types of angles.